Welcome back to the second video for part two of this particular series. Thank you so much if you watched the other video or the video previous to this one, which was about encryption and hashing. And in this video, we're going to actually go over some SCCM configuration items and baseline. We're actually going to go over a few exercises that we're going to perform in this one. So we're actually going to do some creating Windows configuration items for compliance settings, and also some configuration baseline and deploying the baseline, as well as importing the configuration data in the SCCM 2012. So let's go ahead and get started with the first exercise. All right, so first what we're going to do is create some Windows configuration items for the compliance settings. And to get started with that, we are not going to use the server manager. We're going to open the configuration manager console, right? And there we're going to place our eyes once it loads to the assets and compliance workspace. Looks like it's already defaulted there. And we're going to take a look at our compliance settings. And we're going to actually put this here. It's not loading here. That's fine. We'll just do it up here. All right, perfect. And we're going to name it homepage settings. Right, or setting. Perfect. And we want to take a look at our IT infrastructure categories. All right. So we click. All right, perfect. So now we can actually hit next here. And now we're just going to take a look at the Windows versions, or the versions of Windows. That kind of dyslexic there. And we only want the Windows Server 2012, right? And nothing else, just the one we're going to just want to focus on. Right, so we're going to actually get some new settings here. And right, perfect. And we want our data type to be in string, right? And we actually want to change this. Let's see, let's close that up. And we want our current users only. Let's see where it is. Open this up a bit. All right, and then that Explorer. All right, there we go. We want our default page URL. We don't want it to exist must not exist on client devices, right? So we're good there. All right, perfect. So we're going to actually apply it. Then we're going to hit OK. Actually, you know what? Let me go back here. Edit. Let's take a look at our compliance rules and take a look at the default page. Delete. Actually, we're going to actually do some new configuring. We're going to add some new things here. All right, we want to check these off as well. Okay. Oh, did I? Thought there was another box there. No? Okay. Could have sworn I was supposed to hit Y. Let me double check here. Okay. Yeah, we're good. All right, perfect. All right, yep, just checking. All right, we're good there. All right, perfect. So now we can actually hit next there. All right, next. Just waiting for the process to complete. This is kind of fast. And we can actually see the new configured setting or the configuration item in the action thing here. So we can actually move on to our next exercise, which is configuring the configuration baseline and deploying that baseline. So we can actually evaluate compliance in SCCM here by defining the configuration baselines. The configuration baselines actually contain the predefined configuration items that we want to evaluate. So actually, it can also contain another configuration baseline. And what I'm going to do now is create a configuration for the Windows configuration item. So let's actually take a look at our settings again. And let's take a look at our baselines. Let's create a new one here. And of course, we want it to be our page naturally, right? Click down here, create some new configuration items, right? Let's see, we want to add. Perfect. So it's officially been added. So we're good to go there. Let's take a look at our categories as well. Again, IT infrastructure. So we're good there. All right. Perfect. And now we can see we have a newly created configurated baseline listed through the configuration baseline section, right? So we can actually deploy this baseline to users through collections for evaluating its settings, right, for compliance on a specified schedule. So we're actually going to deploy here. All right, and we wanted to, let's see, browse here. I want to do it for all users, right? And we're going to keep the default schedule every 7 days. It's fine, typically at least, right? So we're good to go there. We have deployed our configuration for every 7 days for all of our users. So this brings us to our next exercise, which is importing the configuration data and this the application here. So we can actually import the configuration data from the Microsoft site, right? The Microsoft and other vendors, they define the configuration data, right? So I'm actually going to start importing the configuration. So let's go here. We can actually, let's see, there we go. Okay, let's leave that as is. Perfect. All right, so now that we've gotten that downloaded, we can actually head back to here and we can actually, let's take a look at the console. Let's see, the baselines were good, and let's actually create a group. Actually, no, we're in the create group area, but we can import the configuration data. All right, so of course we want to add the files that we just downloaded, and it is located here. Want to open. All right, perfect, and we can hit next. All right, next. It's going to do some loading for us. Perfect. So now we completed the importing the configuration data that was downloaded from, well, typically it would be from Microsoft, but in this case, it was from our downloads that I have access to due to the virtual lab. So this is the end of the video. And just for a brief recap of everything that as far as the objective we've covered was creating a Windows configuration item for compliance settings. We created and deployed a configuration baseline. We also imported configuration data in the System Center Configuration Manager as well. Now, for our next video, we're actually going to go over implementing Open Pretty Good Privacy, or PGP. That should be even more fun. I hope to see you there. Stay curious, stay secure.